자, 방송을 시작합니다. 왜 그래, 호주? 응? 코? 옳지. 잘했어. 자, 오늘도 달려봅시다. 달려봅시다. 가볼까요? 어제 하나 말았었죠?
You there! A marshal requests an audience with your clan commander. I didn't know there were any marshals left. We defend the path to the mountain, where the wings of the Ten shall find us. All right, Marshal. I'll send the lift for you. When we meet with Dakota, I'll do the talking.
We'll see how it goes.
Back again.
So this was home.
A long time ago. Come on.
Heard him. Move it.
Mayor Blake.
Well, this is a warm welcome.
An outlander and a maimed marshal. A spectacle.
Reminds me of where I grew up. I never decided which was worse. When they shunned me, or when they stopped and stared.
Right now, I prefer shunned.
Mayor Blade be threatened.
We're here for Dakota. Let us in.
Sky Clan's mighty son returns. Bless the Ten.
Your chief has demanded an immediate dispatch of all challengers to the cool route. We're here to make sure yours haven't gotten lost on their way to the grove.
I see. Regala must have dealt our chief a mighty blow, if he's sending you two as messengers.
This one defeated Regala's champion, Grutta, at the embassy. She fought honorably.
I had the sense to bar our soldiers from that embassy. Just as I have the sense now to keep our challengers here. If they must fight, then they will fight here. Defending our walls. Our clan.
That wall won't protect you. Not from the machines Regala controls. They're already at your doorstep.
And what do you know of the battles that the Bulwark has withstood? The blood shed upon stone.
I know it wasn't meant to be used as a coward's shield.
You were a great warrior once. But that was then. You tell Hikaru, with all due respect, that we will keep our challengers here for as long as we are safe behind the bulwark.
I told you, words are useless with his kind. We're gonna have to kill him. It won't be easy with all his men about. Are you even listening?
For as long as we are safe behind the bulwark, he said. Wait here. I need to get a closer look at that wall.
What? Why?
I wonder how much snow's gonna pile up.
May your blade be bright. Well, I do my best to keep. Customers happy.
That wall might not be as strong as Dakota thinks it is. I need to get down to the base of it and check it out.
You, Outlander, come and trade. Follow through.
What's going on here?
Close combat training. Fighting at long range is a good strategy for machines. But fighting an enemy soldier means getting up in their face. I'm Araya. My brother Varrock and I run this training pit. Guess you've come to the bulwark for the coal route challenges. But it'll take more than words to get Dakota to budge. You're welcome to train here, but you're only allowed your spear and a practice bow in the pit. Everything else stays with me. We also offer challenges for any fighters looking to test their skills. Complete all of them, and you'll go up against me and Varrock.
What happens if I beat you?
I'll grant you a mark to prove you've mastered this training pit. You earn marks from us and the pit masters in Scalding Spear and Thornmarsh. You'll earn the right to challenge the Enduring.
I think I've heard of the Enduring. Some kind of Tanakh trainer.
Way more than just that. The Enduring is a legendary fighter among the clans. The Master of Masters. Only those who prove themselves in the pits get to train with the Enduring.
Including Outlanders?
Yes, if you can beat all the pit masters. So, what do you say? Let me know if you want to practice in the pit or take on a challenge.
Another time, maybe.
Let me know when you're ready to finish more of your training.
어디야? 이쪽인가? 어디로 가야 되는 거야, 이씨.
Beaten already, Outlander.
Oh, just you wait.
내려가야 되나? 아, 길을 모르겠어.
I need to get a little distance from the wall. Maybe to scan it properly. Okay, time to scan the wall. Just what I thought. There's something metal in there. Oh, that rock is interfering with the scan. I need to get closer. How? I might be able to climb up on the left side of the wall, near that waterfall. Still too much interference. I have to get closer. Maybe I can find a way to get inside the wall. Can my focus see anything? I can clear those rocks. Might get me closer to the metal stuck inside.
안녕하세요. 반갑습니다. 네, 내일이면 주말이죠. 드디어 주말이 왔네요.
The water's flowing into the wall. Rocks here might give way. I'll pry at them.
주원님은 이제 주말에 게임 하시겠네요.
Now, Better scan that tank again. Power core.
네, 오늘 좀 늦게 켰어요.
But how?
좀 거실에 누워서 쉬느라고.
Better go find Katara.
누워서 쉬느라고 좀 늦게 켰습니다. 이걸 어떻게 가야 될까? 어? 여기서 내가 온 건데. 고달픈 하루야. 그냥 좀 배도 부르고 뭐 그냥 좀 쉬고 싶었어요. 누워서. 아, 길을 모르겠네 이거. 그냥 막 그런 날 있잖아요. 아무것도 하기 싫은 날. 아, 오늘따라 너무 막 아무것도 하기 싫네. 아, 그런 거. 아무것도 하기 싫고 그냥 멍하니 핸드폰만 보면서 누워있고, 고양이 애들도 한 번씩 툭툭 건드려주고. 누워있다 보면 고양이가 배에 올라와서 꾹꾹이도 해주고. 꾹꾹. 여기가 아닌데. 하이, 어서오세요. 아, 이거 나 참. 내일 드디어 쉬겠네, 묘령이. 주말이라. 내일은 좀 푹 좀 자라. 잠은 올려놔. 내가 졸리네. 아유, 한 것도 없는데 졸려.
Dakota said he wouldn't send his challengers as long as they're safe behind the bulwark, right?
Don't remind me.
오늘도 쉬어? 금요일, 토요일이 쉬나?
Did you hit your head on the way down here?
토요일만 쉬는 게 아니었나?
I'm serious. There's something from the old world stuck in there, and it has a power cell. I could blow it up if I just penetrate the first layer of rock and metal.
Even if what you're saying is true, it would take a cannon to do that.
You're right. And you said the rebels were stripping them off machines back in the valley. Come on.
No. I'm not getting dragged further into this madness.
Hikaru ordered you to help me. You gonna defy him like that arrogant shit up there?
와우. 똥자루. 멍청한.
Unkind comparison.
The rebels might have made
오늘은
camp
월차. 오.
And then what? The two of us go up against all of them?
그래, 월차도 내고
pretty
좀
much. Yeah.
쉴 땐 쉬어야지.
Oh, you may lack sense. but You don't lack courage.
So, back there with Dakota, it seemed like there's bad blood between you two.
There is. If we make it through this plan, perhaps I'll tell you.
I'll hold you to that.
크림이 안 돼요.
Rebels just got a lot more fun before.
Ready? Move out!
와. 코끼리 로봇이야?
focus on the others.
I'll follow you in.
스캔 한번 해주고.
See if there's anything I can use to take that thing down. My focus can help.
Load up, squad. Soon we march. The Sky Clan will fall.
Frost ammo could help here.
At this rate, the car will be left with weaklings and barren skins. Okay, toughen up.
추가. 또 어딨냐? 오케이. 또 어딨냐? 어우, 너무 빡셀 것 같은데. 어떡하지? 어. 오케이, 알았어. 저기 또 있다. 오케이. 자, 이제 이걸 써야 되는데 왜 이렇게 따라댕겨 이 새끼. 자, 이거를 잠깐만. 이쪽에서 쏘는 게 캐스터 다발을 일반 화장. 알았어, 일단 이거 좀 떼고. 와, 미쳤다. 나 좀 쓰게 해주세요. 뭐냐? 됐어? 뭔데 이거? 왜 남아있지? 다 잡았나? 벌써? 와우, 벌써 다 잡았네. 끝이야. 아, 아. 아직 있나 보네. 어딨지? 이쪽 근처에서 목소리가 들렸는데. 아, 저기 있다. 됐어.
Got 'em all. So, got that cannon.
어. 와우. 점프. 왜 놓칠 못하니? 뭐 파밍할 것도 뭐 없나? 또로로롱 여기 있지롱. 캐논 떼어내기.
I'm not looking forward to hauling this all the way to the bulwark.
Here. I may be maimed, but I've still got a strong back.
오, 힘 좀 쓰는군.
Hey, you fought well back there.
I did not think we'd survive. But killing the rebels and the machine. It was good to take the fight to them for once. You really think this thing will do the job?
Oh, no, soon enough.
뭐야? 됐다. 난 또 씨 한 방 맞고 안 죽는 줄.
Here it is. But you don't just need a cannon. You need a miracle.
Coming right up. Okay. Gotta blast away some rocks so I can expose the power cell.
와.
Nothing's exploded.
와우, 미쳤다.
This isn't gonna work.
Well, isn't this impressive? 2 children playing siege. I hope they haven't hurt the bulwark's feelings. Come now, stop embarrassing yourselves. And leave this poor mountain alone.
This is your last chance, Takote. You can still answer Hikaru's call.
This is your last chance. You have it backwards. Leave this place, Savage, now. And take this cripple with you.
싸우자. 죽었어. 와. 너무 무너진다. 오.
What have you done?
Can't hide behind the wall anymore, Takote. Now you have to join Hikaru.
Never. Never. We will rebuild it. Immediately.
You are not safe. The bulwark couldn't protect you from a single cannon, let alone an army of machines. The only pathway to safety is to unite against Regala with your chief. You decreed that no challengers would be sent, while the clan remains safe behind the bulwark. So send them now. Unless your word means nothing.
Send them.
I didn't hear you.
Send the challengers.
I look forward to seeing the Sky Clan's colors in the arena.
Nicely done, Marshal.
오.
What's gonna happen to this place?
They'll have to live without their wall. But that's better than living apart from the tribe, as pawns in Takote's foolish schemes. If you want to check up on them, talk to Jera, the chaplain of the clan. If anyone needs help up there, she'll know.
Yeah, maybe I will.
I'll take my leave then. I need to report to Hikaru.
I'll see you at the culvert.
Good. We may need another miracle there as well.
Maybe I should go up there, see if everyone's all right, and find this chaplain, Gara. Might also be a good idea to resupply before I head back out.
Trade. Not even close. Hear that, soldiers? Not even close.
아, 저거 쓰면 어떡해. 아이, 무료 모닥불이 있는데. 아, 멍청이. 아이, 진짜. 아, 그 써버렸어. 씨, 아우, 진짜 멍청이. 에이. 그래도 쉽게 만들 수 있네. 아, 난 또 비싼 건 줄 알았네. 멍청이. 하품만 오지게 나오네.
She's with us. Let her pass. Outlander, Chief Hikaru and Marshal Kotallo await you within.
The cool route should be starting soon. Once it's done, I'll be able to access the chamber below Hikaru's throne. And Ether.
Outlander, the chief awaits you in the arena, past the throne.
This must lead to the arena. It's another part of the ruins, turned into a fighting ring.
오, 뭐야.
This could be useful.
대박인데?
Aloy, it seems you've had to move mountains to bring the Sky Clan to heal. Literally.
Kotallo helped.
Yes. Takote reprimanded for all the clan to see. You both served well. But now the cool route is at hand. Some have come to compete, others to bear witness. They know Regala will come for me.
I'll do whatever it takes to hold up my end, as long as you remember yours. So what's the plan?
Kotallo.
There are only two viable ways to attack the arena. Through the throne room you just passed, and by the trail on the north end. We've set up barricades at both. But if Regala means to assault the cool route with machines, she will have to attack by the trail.
You will join our defenders there. Hold the line, and I'll have my marshals. You will be free of my service and receive your reward. Make whatever preparations you must. Once the cool route begins, you must see it through.
The grove, the arena, it's all part of the same ancient structure?
Yes. Here the land remembers the sacrifice of the 10. Their deeds commemorated for eternity.
Sacrifice?
The visions tell us that on the ground below, they gave their lives in a fight against machines. We honored them by holding the cool route where they fell.
I know where I'll be. What about you two?
I will be here with the chief, where I belong. Should the fight reach us, we will take the blood owed for our fallen.
If it comes to that, the defenses will hold.
Let's get this over with.
Good. You'll find Dekka at the north barricade with the rest of our defenders. Strike true as the 10. I'll see you when this is done.
뭐 기술은 뭐 그냥 그래.
Feel it in the air. It has been too long since the last.
자원 주머니를 늘리고 싶은데 안 되는 것 같지? 이건 되네.
The honors today. That is what we will witness today. Be vigilant. Regala
Take
means
more than
good.
courage.
Spirit of the Tanakh is found
This is
in the pool. Regala's on the march. The fate of the tribe will soon with your blade
This will be
amongst
a
us.
test.
We will defeat Regala. The crowd is smaller than I expected. People must fear Regala's
No.
threat.
Mr.
The 10.
This is of course.
Look, come. Chief's champion. What an honor. Easterner.
Didn't think the Sky Commander himself would be joining us today.
If there's a chance my challengers will be facing Regala, it is only right their commander join in their fate.
Or maybe you need to save face after what happened at the Bulwark.
Careful now. Sometimes sharp wits bring out sharp spears.
I'd save my spear for Regala's troops, if I were you. Hikaru's defenders should be at the end of the stretch.
And look, we are not alone in this fight. Focus on the machines. Take them down. And Regala's forces become no different from our own.
Yes, Chaplain.
Watch each other's backs. Dismissed. Our soldiers are ready. They will defend the cool route from below. But from above...
Not bad. Where did you get it?
One of our squads ripped it off a fallen machine. The honor is yours. Regala may have her tricks, but you will show her our teeth.
Dana! The cool route is upon us! Our struggle demands new blood! New leaders! Release the quarry! Challengers, approach! who take down a machine
어서 오세요. 하이
shall be
하이.
named Marshal. Remember the 10. Strike from the air as they did
응?
and seize your glory.
아우, 감사합니다. 뭐가 온다?
Hold them back! Defend the cool route!
맞추기 쉽지 않아요. 야, 안 돼, 얘들아. 와, 미쳤다. 와, 미쳤다. 겁나 쩐다. 오, 생긴다, 또. 야, 불러오는 것 봐. 와.
Weapons along the side! Use them!
아이고.
That can't be all of them.
개꿀이네.
There.
오, 땅속으로 온다.
I don't know.
Hold the defenses! Go!
야, 미쳤다, 씨. 오, 와. 와. 오호, 오호, 오호. 아, 엄청 깊게 뚫렸어. 오. 와. 안 돼. 아우, 씨, 저걸 진짜, 씨.
Get to the weapon! If I can draw that thing close, open fire! Hey! That's right, over here, you big worm! Take this thing down and catch up to Regala. Hopefully they can all fire a few shots from that ballista.
약점 뭐라고? 아, 잠깐만요. 안 되겠다.
I'm in position! Let's bring this thing down!
에이씨. 어딨어? 어. 야씨. 아야. 아, 탄약이 없어? 알았어, 알았어. 알았어. 아이고. 아이고. 아우, 빡셌다.
Finally. I hate those things. Regala went after Hikaru and Katala. I gotta get to them.
아, 냉각수가 없어? 냉각수가 없단 말이지. 그러면은 파밍을 더 해야 되네. 야, 파밍 할 게 또 있나? 아이고 아이고, 꼈어.
Champion, get to the chief! You'll pay for that! Help the chief! The chief's in the throne!
와, 대박. 오. 오. 와, 씨, 미쳤다.
This isn't finished. I'll be back with everything I have.
아, 치사하게
Stand with Hakaro
싸우자.
will be run red.
튀네.
At attention. You fought well. Proved yourself against enemies both metal and flesh. I name you all Marshal. Your first order is to secure the arena from any remaining rebels. Go. I failed. I should have finished Regala. But now she'll be back with more machines. Stronger than ever.
I'll do what I can to help.
No, you've done enough. Far more than our bargain called for. When we first met, you spoke of your true mission on which all depends. I wasn't certain if I believed you then. But I believe in you now. So leave me. And get to your task.
What will you do?
Tend to the wounds. What you need is there. Take it. Your deeds today will be remembered like those of the 10.
This is it. There's below. What was this place? There. That console. Money here. Time to go home. Elizabeth Sobek. Alpha Prime.
Master override activated. Restoring ether subordinate function to original code.
Got it. Now to get this back to Gaia.
The visions in the grove have changed. The words of the pen are not clear to us. Here, this must be the vision that Chief Hikaru saw years ago. All of the visions are changed, and this one just... Aloy, here! Let's talk. The visions throughout the grove are different now. And this one, it just appeared. Is this your doing?
Visions have changed.
That's the one that inspired Chief Hikaru.
More testimony of the old ones.
Hear now the words that reunited a people. Following the tragic events of the war, Anne Faraday, the chief architect of the reconciliation effort, addressed a nation in need of hope.
If we look into the future, the lens of the recent past, our fears loom. Wars waged against machines, scarcity of food and water, storms that drive us from our homes. But true True courage means facing those fears with conviction instead of cynicism. Leading the peacekeeping effort with these brave men and women, these marshals of the new Southwest, has strengthened my conviction that when we are united, we can overcome any threat. Join me. Join us in that conviction as we strive for a nation and a world without want or war.
Reporting for duty, Commander. I'm coming with you.
But Hikaru needs you.
Because of you, he has new marshals. And a rallying cry the clans cannot ignore. So I will stand with you on your mission. Give whatever is left of my life. It is what I choose.
How can I say no to that? Zoe, there's someone who wants to join us. I need you to meet him in the foothills and guide him the rest of the way.
Will do, Aloy.
Go to the mountains, west of Plainsong. A friend of mine will meet you on the ascent. I'll join you when I can.
A friend of yours? Should be interesting.
May your enemies fall.
All right. I need to get Ether back to Gaia. Seems like capturing it did something to the other holograms, too. Might be worth checking out.
Oh, come to think of it.
We held off Regala once. We'll do it again.
Don't forget your duty later.
Blood of the Ten, Aloy. Regala denied. The truth of the visions revealed. I doubt you have enough skin to mark all your deeds.
We'll just have to remember them then.
Well, thanks to you, the chief still lives. And hope remains. But that's not why I wanted to speak with you. I need a favor. A personal one. My grandson, Kavo. He was not counted among the dead, which means he must still be with Regala's remaining forces.
He was taken prisoner.
No. He joined them willingly. Like many young soldiers who seek to mark their skin with distinguished deeds. I must search for him. Convince him to come home. Chief Hikaru cannot spare any soldiers for this task, so my blade is alone in this. Unless you'd be willing to join me. I know it is much to ask after all you've done for us. But Kavo is the last of my blood.
What made Kavo join Regala's rebellion?
For some, Regala represents a chance of vengeance against the Karja. During the Red Raids, it wasn't easy to turn the clans back at Barren Light. Many wanted to pursue the Karja all the way to Meridian.
So when Regala attacked the embassy, they took it as a call to arms.
Yes. But others, the young especially, care only about the glory they think they'll earn by hunting an age-old enemy. As for Kavo, it was probably a bit of both. And a youthful desire for a cause to get the blood burning. Nothing I said could stop him.
So if Kavo didn't listen to you when he joined the rebels, what makes you think he will now?
Cabo was too young to fight during the Red Raids. War was a stranger to him. But he must have experienced the suffering it brings by now. He will listen. Must. I just have to find him before it's too late.
You said Cavo's your last living relative?
Yes. Before Chief Hikaru, the clans warred constantly with each other. Every skirmish claimed another comrade. One by one, I buried my children. And then their children.
I'm sorry.
I tried to vent my grief on the battlefield, but I never found comfort there. Only in the wisdom of the visions. And even so, I still couldn't prevent Cavo from following the trail of blood.
If Cavo joined Regala's rebellion of his own accord, will Hikaru let him back into the tribe?
The chief knows the value of mercy and the toll of unending bloodshed. It's the rest of the tribe I'm more concerned about. They won't quickly accept someone who betrayed them. Even with my support, it won't be easy.
But you have to try. I'll help you find your grandson, if I can. Where do we start?
A while back, our scouts reported Cavo's squad left one of Regala's outposts in the hills to the south. His squad never returned, but the scouts also spotted one of our own being held captive there.
So we'll start at the outpost. If we free the prisoner, maybe they'll know where Cavo's squad went.
Shall we head out?
I have some other things to take care of first. I can meet you there.
I'll wait for you on the hill crest southeast of the grove. We'll make our way to the outpost from there. Until then, strike true.
어디냐? 다시 가야 돼.
So I asked the chaplain the other day, how did the pen fly?
응? 퀘스트가 있었네? 아, 저쪽에 있구나.
The tribe has asked so much of her already.
Champion, I fear we must lean on your strength and generosity again.
Just tell it to her straight, Ducka. The tribe needs the arena. She's our only hope to getting it open again.
You need the arena? But the cool route's over.
That's true, but we also use the arena to boost the tribe's morale.
We use it for training. Herd in machines so our soldiers can experience the glory of the kill in a controlled setting.
Which, of course, boosts morale. But Chief Hikaru won't let us reopen the arena until the ballista protecting the field is repaired.
We need it in case a machine runs amok, and it was damaged during the cool route. The parts we need aren't easy to find.
I get it. You need me to hunt down some machines and grab the parts.
We'd ask someone else, but every squad in the Grove is on alert. But the task is not without compensation, right, Kala?
Of course. Once the arena is open again, I would be honored to invite you to compete. A wide variety of machines will be available.
And I will award you prizes for victory, not just from the arena, but also for medals won at hunting grounds. You'll be able to trade them for some of the tribe's very best gear.
To fix the ballista, we'll need a sinew from a rollerback, along with some bristleback tusks. Both kinds of machines have been spotted near a campfire to the southeast. When you're done, bring the parts to me at the maw of the arena, on the northeast side of the grove.
Okay, I'll see what I can do.
One more thing. If you're going back into the wilds, I have another duty tied to our soldiers' morale. A regrettable one. Every Tenakth soldier carries a tag carved with their squad symbol. Rebels have been hoarding the tags of the soldiers they kill. You might find such tags at any enemy outpost. If you do, bring them to me. I'll make sure they're returned to the soldier squad mates and loved ones. Having confirmation sometimes soothes their grief. And there are bounties involved, if that matters to you.
Thank you, Champion. And please don't forget the parts for the ballista.
Guess I need to head southeast to find that roller back. I already have enough bristleback tusks on me.
오씨, 모닥불이 여기밖에 없슈. 맞다.
I see you, Champion. Sit, please.
You shouldn't miss this chance to trade.
A caravan of Asura make camp in the still sands south of here. We've tolerated them so far. But their leader's a greedy profiteer. He steps out of line, I'll gladly send the whole camp packing.
That's fair enough. Sounds like the Oseram are taking quite a risk being out here. Maybe I should talk to them. Find out what they're doing.
If you need a merchant, here I am.
Right? I definitely don't sound like rebels. Maybe if I follow their tracks, I can find out where they're headed. I can probably use my focus to follow the tracks those riders left behind.
뭐야? 길이 여기가 아니야. 다시 돌아가야 돼.
The snow brought the chill.
아니 왜 안 떠? 흔적. 크리마, 화면 가리면 엄마가 어떻게 하니? 어? 안 보이잖아. 에헤이. 왜 나 이거 길을 못 찾냐? 이쪽에서 가야 되는 건데. 크리마, 비켜야. 안 보여. 아이, 화면 비키라니까. 비켜. 그림 비켜.
Try a gentler touch. And my big sausage fingers don't really do gentle, okay?
Bring it back. Trace the line. To your right. Other right.
I just saw it. It's the one Aloy found up north. Gotcha. They call it a concussion beat party or something. Yeah, now that's music.
Aloy!
Errand. You're all better. And you're here.
Varl said you might need some help after all. Doing complicated things.
이게 말도 안 들어. 응? 말을 안 들어. 응? 응?
Each seed grows at a pace of its own. Doesn't
그래요.
mean it won't bloom. You should know your Tanakh friend arrived.
Katalo.
가만히 있어.
I heard their warriors drink people's blood. I want to sleep with one eye open.
응?
I think he's seen enough blood for a lifetime.
I showed him to one of the rooms. He seems to appreciate the privacy.
Looks like you've got things under control. I should get this to Gaia.
Right. We'll keep on training. Catch up as fast as we can.
I'm seeing glyphs in my dreams already.
Well, while you've been off gallivanting around, I've been working with Gaia to find out more about the land gods. So from where I'm standing, you're in need of some training. Come along.
연애하네 저것들도.
Okay.
그러니까 비키라고 했어 안 했어? 어? 응? 팡팡팡팡팡. 뿡디 팡팡팡팡팡. 절로 가. 화면에서 나오세요. 양이야 괜찮아요. 살살 터닥 팡팡 한 거야. 붕디 팡팡. 아우 얘 또 눈뽕 심한데 가이야.
So, what did you want to discuss?
While you were away, I received an unusual
아
transmission.
그럼요 살살 맞죠.
Luthia. That's one of the sub-functions you couldn't detect before.
Yes. The transmission occurred so slowly that at first it seemed like an accidental blip of data amongst background static. Once I noticed this irregularity, it took some time to collate the complete message.
Coordinates. Where does it lead?
To a mountain to the northwest of this facility. A word of caution, Aloy. It is possible this transmission is genuine. It is also possible it is being broadcast by someone or something else.
You don't think it's actually a Luthia?
I am uncertain.
What's SOS?
It is an old world code. A distress signal. A desperate plea for help.
Why would a Luthia send a coded transmission on a frequency only the two of you can communicate on?
I believe it was done as a precaution to avoid detection, or at least to create the appearance of the desire to do so. I am also uncertain why Eluthia would expect that I would be able to detect and respond to its distress signal at all. As far as it is aware, I no longer function.
Okay, so either Eluthia is in trouble and sent the message hoping you were out there, or someone else is trying to get us to go to these coordinates pretending to be Eluthia.
That is my conclusion as well.
Could the Zeniths be sending the transmission?
According to the data I reviewed on your focus, the Zeniths recovered the other Gaia root kernel in the Hades Proving Lab. It is feasible they used it to gain access to my internal frequencies.
So, maybe they sent it thinking you'd respond and reveal your location.
Possibly. However, the transmission is highly irregular. If they intended to provoke me into revealing myself, I would expect the communication to be more routine.
Right. So maybe it's not them then. said the coordinates lead to a mountain to the northwest. What's there?
I have no record of anything of note in that vicinity.
Okay, and what about the other number in the message? 237. Any idea what that means?
I have queried my available databases, but it does not appear to have any significance. Perhaps its meaning can only be understood at the indicated coordinates.
All right, I'll go to the coordinates and check out the source of the transmission.
All by yourself? Ha! No way.
I included Erend and Varl in this briefing via their focuses. I concur that you should not investigate this alone.
What if it's a trap?
Of course it could be a trap. But if it really is Eleuthia, then it's in trouble, and I need to bring it back. Don't worry. I'll be careful and...
We're coming with you.
Fine. Go grab your things.
We'll wait for you at the west exit, in case you need to upgrade your gear.
Good to know. I'll check it out when I can.
Where have I seen this before? Aloy, we've gathered some supplies in that chest.
Varl looks happy about his training partner.
Learning is best done together.
Have you gone back to Plainsong at all?
I thought about it, but I wouldn't know what to tell them. The chorus already thinks me a thorn in the thicket. If they knew what we did to Fa, even if they understood, there'd be little they could grasp about all this. No. For now, I must leave the tribe behind.
You've spoken with Kotallo?
A few words. Tenakth don't have much use for us outsiders. You must have made quite the impression for him to offer his fealty.
So you've been talking to Gaia?
Yes. She was kind enough to take me through some of the history of the Old Ones, including their demise and the heroic actions of her creator, Elizabeth Sobek. I was surprised to see she was you. Past, but reborn? Not that I claim to understand how.
You've been getting to know Erend, I assume?
Of course. Any friend of Varl's is a friend of mine. In this case, a very loud friend.
What are you up to?
Gaia was kind enough to put together a list of glyphs used by the Old Ones. She helped me decipher some of the data you've collected, and showed me how to use the focus to help the process. It's not easy, but it's been working so far.
That's good to hear. I see you've settled in.
Gaia did say this place was built for us, so we could regain control of our lands with her terraforming system. Nurture them like the land gods do Plainsong's fields. It does strike me as odd that a place of life should have so much metal.
Did Gaia tell you anything about Zenith?
She did, though it wasn't exactly easy to believe. To think that there are places among the stars where life can bloom as it does here, it is humbling, to say the least, and heartbreaking that such life should be bent on destroying ours.
So, How does a tribe like the Utaru manage to maintain the peace with warriors like the Tenakth?
By holding them off. When our fields bloomed aplenty, the Tenakth looked upon our lands with envy. But Plainsong's dishes provided sanctuary and high ground to keep invaders at bay. In the end, even the Tenakth saw sense in a truce. The Utaru promised to provide the Tenakth with food from our crops every year. In exchange, the Tenakth would relinquish one of their own, a veteran, to train the Utaru in combat. This custom was abandoned a few years after the derangement. But some veterans still remain in the plains.
I've been meaning to ask, what's the deal with you and the chorus? You didn't seem to be on the best of terms.
마실 걸 좀
That's what
갖고
happens
와야지.
when you're the one Utaru who insists on publicly defying them. Twice. When the Karja invaded the Utaru plains, they did more than just attack our villages. They burned our fields, took our people as slaves, and murdered those who were too weak to make the trip back to Meridian.
To be sacrificed in the Sun Ring.
I was helping the healers back then, as waves of refugees swarmed into Plainsong. The chorus was divided in how to face the invaders. Some saw sense in raising arms. Others believed the dishes would keep us safe, as they had many times before. And while they bickered, I buried the seeds of the fall.
I couldn't imagine seeing people suffering while the Karja invaded your lands.
I come from a small village near Plainsong. My grandmother used to say there was no seed that wouldn't grow. I moved to the dishes when I decided to apprentice as a healer. When the Red Raids began, I was going back. But the injured kept pouring into Plainsong, day after day. So I kept putting it off. One day, I woke up to hear a Karja raiding party had ransacked my village during the night. I rushed there with the healers to help the survivors, but there weren't any left. The smell of burning flesh haunts me to this day.
I'm sorry, Zoe.
I made it a point to appear before the chorus as soon as we returned, to demand that we take a stand against the invaders. I was denied. So I left to fight on my own.
You said you set out to fight the Karja alone?
I did. But it turned out I wasn't the only one. News of my disagreement with the chorus spread through the plains. Before I knew it, I had more than a dozen Utaru warriors ready to follow me into battle. We knew we couldn't take on the Karja armies head-on, but we also knew the lay of the land better than they did. We ambushed smaller raiding parties, sabotaged their supply lines, and hit their encampments at night.
Sounds like you were a force to be reckoned with.
Enough that the Tenakth took notice. When the clans began to push the Karja back east, they let us join their ranks. We chased the enemy all the way to Barren Light.
You said you were at Barren Light when the Tenakth defeated the Karja?
Tenakth marshals climbed the cliffs of the Daunt under cover of night, then attacked from the other side. Before we knew it, the gates were open, and the full force of the clans burst through. What happened next was not something I like to remember. When all the dust and blood settled, I smelled it again. The stench of burnt flesh. Our enemies defeated. What was left of my squad returned to the Utaru Plains. I went back to Plainsong. But even as the harvests passed, it didn't feel like I'd truly returned at all.
Is that when you became a grave singer?
I thought soothing the suffering of others would somehow appease my own. Then you came along and gave me a choice. I could either sing at people's graves or fight for a chance to keep them alive.
I'm glad you chose the latter. Right, I should probably go.
Is it true you're investigating a signal coming from one of Gaia's seedlings?
Maybe. We'll know for sure when we check it out.
Be careful.
We will.
와, 엄청 좋네.
One of Studious Fortis's many schools. It was a pain getting him to Baronlight. Still, he didn't deserve to be run down by Regala's riders.
There it is.
뭐야? 왜 안 돼?
Looks like someone's made this space their own.
I see you found Varl and Zoe's room, Aloy. I believe they wanted private accommodations.
I see. Holograms. Gaia, I thought you said the data here was lost.
I was able to repurpose the equipment to store the data you have acquired in your travels.
It's a shuttle. Like the one I blew up at Farzena's launch facility. Varl seemed pretty interested in space travel. I guess he wanted a keepsake. Gaia, what's this space for?
This would have been the sleeping quarters for Control Center operatives.
Well, it's getting some use. Looks like Erend and Katalo moved their stuff in. Looks like someone's put some of my stuff in here.
Aloy, I see you found your room. Your companions thought you would appreciate a private space of your own.
That was thoughtful of them. This is the rite of passage that Vashav gave me at the embassy. He seemed like a good man. I think he was really looking forward to going home. My old spear. Rust helped me make it. And I finished my training. Feels like so long ago now. I've been carrying Elizabeth's pendant with me for months. But since we're gonna stay a while, I think I'll keep it here, where it'll be safe.
있는데? 자원 보충.
There she is. You ready to head out?
Let's go.
Look at us. 3 battle-hardened badasses forging into the unknown. This ought to be good. This distress call had to be up a really steep mountain, huh?
어머. 아이고. 아이고. 어떡해. 어. 전기. 어머. 뭐지?
Well, that takes the keg.
Laurel, see if there's anything over there.
보호막이 벗겨졌는데
We'll check out the battlefield.
어떻게 되는 거지? 어떻게 알았어요? 다 들려요 그게? 마이크 좀 뒤로 해놨는데. 아 젤리 먹어요 젤리. 하리보 젤리. 아 마이크 뒤로 했는데도 들리나 보네.
But why was she here? I can access her last communication. I'll use my focus to scan the battlefield too.
What about that crazy weapon the Zillion had?
It looked like she can make it come and go at will.
곰돌이 젤리.
It's gone now.
Yeah. Well, go do your thing. I'll wait here.
뭐지? 아니, 아 이거 로버트 할리.
The Spectre had instructions to assist recovering an asset. I don't know what this asset is.
아, 뭐 좀 먹었어? 뭐 먹었대 저녁? 그냥 이거. 하하. 그냥 사료를 먹는 거라. 아휴.
An Oseram with a focus.
헐.
Looks like he was sending data on the weapons somewhere else.
아유 스트레스 받나봐 진짜. 뭐가 그렇게 힘드니?
Weapon's still hot. I need to know how it worked. But I'll have to check on it once it's cooled off.
인생은 힘든 분. 누가 보면은 세상 지 혼자 다 산 줄. 어이가 없네.
Are they watching this area?
아유, 다 힘들지 그럼.
I think I have an idea what happened here. I better get back to Erend.
인생은 고독하고 힘든 법.
she who sees the unseen.
어이가 없네.
How did you find out?
This was a carefully planned attack. I found camping gear up there. The rebels must have been staking out this place for at least a few days. They were waiting for the Zeniths to show up, all so that they could test that weapon.
맛있다. 오랜만에 먹으니까.
Personal shield that makes them invulnerable, but somehow the weapon.
조만간 또 살찌겠어 아주 그냥. 오늘 저녁도 많이 먹고 지금 젤리까지 이렇게 먹으면 이제 또 살찌기 시작한다. 아유.
Do a little trial run before breaking out the real thing. I guess it's still a work in progress.
빠진 이제 좀 빠질만 하니까 다시 또 먹어서 또 살찌고 그 반복이지. 한여름에 털이랑 가죽으로 뒤집어도 겨울이면 헐벗. 원래 다 그런 거야. 아유, 다 그래요. 꼭 반대로 하지? 여름에 막 괜히 막 껴입고 그래야 뭐 패션. 이게 패션이다.
That's a long way down.
Something tunneled straight down into the mountain. Looks recent.
Whatever it was, it must have been powerful. That Zenith the rebels killed was looking.
겨울 멋쟁이는 얼어 죽고 여름 멋쟁이 쪄서. 오, 맞지. 오, 맞는 말이네.
Alright, so we head down.
Errand, stay here and stand watch.
아유,
That Zenith isn't the only one of its
못
kind.
부리다가 이제
I don't want to be caught by surprise.
나이 먹으면은 골병 나
Contact us by
골병.
focus if you see anything.
Okay. Any trouble shows up, I'll call you.
Let's go.
그렇지.
There's some kind of old world ruin down here.
You said the Zeniths have their own backup of Gaia, right?
Yeah, from the proving lab.
So maybe they were after Eleuthia. Found its
오,
hiding
잠깐만요.
spot, so it sent the distress signal.
Maybe.
비켜봐. 뭐가 있을 것 같은데?
Looks like some kind of data center. I might be able to access the facility systems from that console.
뭐가 또 있니? 뭔데 이거?
I've never seen a transmitter like this before. Looks like it's self-destructed.
잠은 좀 잤어, 묘령이? 쉬는 날인데 푹 자렴. 진짜 아무 생각 안 하고 푹 자는 게 최고야.
This was a far Zenith research lab. It looks like a lot of data was beamcast from here recently. From that device nearby.
1시간도 못 잤어?
If it was ever here.
헐. 5시간 동안. 야.
Why were the Zeniths?
그 5시간 동안은 벌써 잤겠다. 씨. 아휴. 그래서 다시 컴퓨터 앉아 있는 거야? 뭐 재밌는 게임이라도 찾아야 되는 거 아니냐 너? 게임 불감증까지 걸리고 뭐. 아휴. 뭐 다른 취미 할 거를 찾아봐야 되지 않을까? 아니면 너가 좋아하는 보드를 타러 가는 건 어떠십니까? 요즘 날씨가 따뜻해서. 근데 보드 타면은 몸을 움직이니까 더 피곤해서 잠을 오지 않을까? 오, 한 주에 2번씩이나 다녀? 많이 다니긴 하네. 아, 기름값도 만만치 않겠다. 와. 그치, 기름값도 무시 못하지.
Wonder what they were doing here.
보드 타고 와서도 2시간 자면 와, 야, 그렇게 몸 피곤한데 푹 자야 되는 게 푹 자야 되는데 아우, 그걸 못해서 큰일 났네. 아휴, 진짜. 그거 뭐시냐? 수면제라도 먹어야 되는 거 아니냐? 그래, 수면제라도 먹어야 잠을 자지. 너무 못 자면 병 생기는데, 그거. 공지하면 되는 거라서. 아, 그래도 너무 심각해서.
Ectogenic chambers. Like the ones I saw inside a zero dawn.
아유, 병난다, 병나.
What were they for?
This keeps on going. Remember when I told you I was made, not born?
면역 생겨서 계속 늘려야 돼.
A machine that makes a person. That's incredible.
아휴, 걱정이다, 걱정. 뭐에 그렇게 스트레스를 받는겨?
This place is huge. Some kind of storage room, maybe.
Maybe the asset is in here somewhere.
If it is, somehow the Zenith couldn't find it. Let's look around. So, how is Erend taking all of this?
아휴, 그래도 아프지만 마라. 혼자 있을 때 아프면 서럽다. 진짜.
Well, he's loyal. That's for sure.
아프지 말고. 면역력이 좋은가? 다행이네, 그래도. 야, 그 면역력이 좋아야 확실히 잔병 치레도 없고 그게 좋은 거지. 아프면은 아우, 얼마나 서러운데. 진짜 건강이 최고요. 건강이 최고예요. 건강 챙겨요. 아이고, 아이고. 아, 그래. 그래도 하는 것도 괜찮아. 나쁜 거 아니야. 해봐야지. 한번 상담이라도 받아보고 약 같은 거 주면은 잘 챙겨 먹고. 알겠어요? 알겠냐고요. 예. 아유, 착하다. 노력해보세요. 네.
The control console. To access the storage units.
다들 아프고 그래. 주위 사람들 아주 그냥. 나는 언니도 스트레스 받고 그래서 지금 난리드만. 아휴, 레나도 아프고 아주 그냥. 다들이 아주 그냥 아파가지고 혼나야 돼, 아주 그냥. 정신 바짝 차리고 살아야 될 거 아니오. 이? 그래, 안 그래? 세상이 아주 무서운 세상이야. 아마도요? 아휴, 사람들이 아주 그냥
236
뭐야?
containers in storage. Please enter the container
번호?
number you'd like to retrieve.
나 코드 모르는데?
236? Wasn't there a number in the distress signal?
236?
You're right. I should check the log.
아까 나 뭐... 아이씨... 아까 나 뭐 주워 먹었지? 아 이런 기억력 진짜 하도 많이 주워 먹어서. 모르는데? 아 너무 많아. 미쳐버리겠네. 기다려봐. 숫자들이 있긴 있는데 아 진짜 아까 나 뭐 스캔한 거 없었나? 아 이런 된장. 여긴 내가 들어온 데잖아. 번호를 모르는데. 여기 내가 안 들어왔었나? 이쪽으로 들어왔었잖아. 왜 이렇게 위로 갔냐? 이거 숫자는 안 써있는데. 여기 안 왔었구나.
Find anything that might tell us what the asset is?
이것도 아닌 것 같죠?
I don't think so.
이게 아니고. 여기도 아닌데? 아 진짜 모르겠다. 여기서 왔지? 여기를 뒤졌고 이쪽이가 나가기야. 뭐 힌트를 줘야 될 거 아니요. 이놈 새끼들 아주 그냥. 아니 길치가 아니라 암호를 저걸 해야 되는데 그걸 모르겠단 말이야? 아 미쳐버리겠네. 그걸 찾는 게 길을 찾는 게 아니야. 아니야! 그럴 리가 없어. 236개 보관 중입니다. 아... 236? 갑자기? 뭘 보고?
Maybe this one.
응? 아... 아니야. 236 아니야. 저 숫자들을 써볼까? 저기 앞에 있는 숫자들? 뭐 8 6 2 4 1 7 4 1 7 막 이런 거? 417이 있을 수가 없지. 236개인데. 그치. 4. 아, 씨. 힌트 좀 줘라, 이것들아. 떨어지면 뒤져나? 아, 옌병할 놈들. 영부터 미쳤어? 차라리 인터넷 찾아보지. 아 저거 왜 숫자가 앞에가 4야 재수없게. 아씨. 아 이제 안 되겠어. 삭제. 숫자를 좀 보고 있어 보라고? 아 007 해보자. 뭘 줄 거니 나한테?
Empty again.
아이 숫자 들고 도는 게 어떻게 도는지 보게. 저게 시계 같은 건가? S는 뭐고 샵은 뭐고? 이? 1, 2? 아닌데. 아이씨, 그냥 한번 공략 찾아봐. 여태까지 공략 안 보고 했는데 여기서 막히네. 아시는 분 없겠지? 네, 선생님들 아시는 분 있나요? 기다려봐. 내가 공략 좀 찾아볼게. 퀘스트 이름 뭐냐? 메아리의 요람. 호라이즌 포비 아니야. 저거 그냥 퀘스트 이름 치면 나오나? 응, 요람 코드. 대박. 메롱아, 이거 암호 뭔지 알아? 컨테이너 236개를 보관 중이래잖아. 근데 237이래. 가이아와 대사할 때 잘 읽어보면은 조난 신호가 오는데 그 조난 신호를 해석했던 그 신호가 237이래. 내가 먹느라고 제대로 안 읽었나봐. 오, 있다, 사람. 알려줘서 못하네. 하! 오!
Aloy,
닮았어. 복제인간.
it's you. Skin's like ice. Must have cut this from her head. But why?
Hello, Elizabeth. Apologies, I don't know what else to call you. My name is Beta. I'm afraid I must be brief. I only have a few minutes before my keepers discover I'm missing, and I still need to remove this implant. I had hoped to find shelter with you, but if you're viewing this, I may be dead. Be careful when you take on Farsiness. They are ruthless, and they have Eleuthia, Artemis, and Apollo now. But at least I don't have the Gaia kernel to merge them with. You must succeed. Oh, this was all for nothing. Good luck. And goodbye.
So she's...
She's still alive.
We need to get her back to...
Oh!
Oh shit, they can fly. Aloy! Aloy, can you hear me through this thing?
What's going on, Erend?
Two of those spectral things just fell out of the sky. One of them is heading down towards you. The other one's waiting up here.
We're coming up. Stay in cover until I get there.
You got it.
Get her to cover in that room. Whatever happens, she stays with us.
I'll protect her.
빨리 영상 지나가야 되는데. 나 화장실 가고 싶어서. 됐다.
Prepare before the Spectre gets here.
잠깐.
I can't let it get through to Varl on the clone. Here it comes! things quick. Ooh, ugly one, are you? There.
Are you okay, Aloy?
Yeah, I'm heading up top. Stay down here with the clone for now.
Got it. I'll follow once the coast is clear.
Gotta get back up top and deal with that other Spectre. I just hope Aaron stays in cover.
Aloy! Ah,
Aaron!
and the Spectre's dug its heels in. It's got me pinned down.
Hang tight. I'm almost there.
Just hurry.
Oh, that doesn't sound good. I gotta get to Aaron. Aaron, I'm here.
Watch out. That thing's shooting down the center.
Stay put. I'll see what I can do.
And the second you need me, I'm there.
Shield down! It's on the move!
Oh, I got your back, Aloy. Here we go. Yeah! Aloy, get out of there!
I could use it against the Spectre.
Aloy, she's... Look, I swear I'm not drunk, but
Hey.
right now I'm seeing double.
Long story,
Oh,
but it'll have to wait.
She needs a healer. We need to get her back to the base immediately.
Right. Yeah. Well, what are we waiting for then?
You two go on ahead. I need to take another look at that weapon.
아 근데 활 맞추는 게 너무 힘드네.
Figure out how that thing works. Maybe the Zeniths won't be so invincible after all.
에임 진짜 어떡하냐 나. 에임 너무 빡센데.
Oh, the snow's dampening the sounds.
오, 이거 이렇게 해서 쏘는 거였구나. 오. 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 죽이는데. 이거 뭐 안 떨어지네? 아, 떼어내기 가능? 떼어지나? 아, 이렇게 떼서. 아, 무기. 아, 오. 떼서 쓸 수 있는 거네.
No.
아.
Well, it's better than nothing.
와.
I need to get the weapon fragment to Gaia to analyze. If we can rectify it, maybe we'll have a way to defeat the Zeniths. I should check on the clone too. Varl, where's our guest?
We're in the maintenance corridor below the control run.
Okay.
So the old ones painted...
Errand? You okay?
Huh? Oh, yeah. I mean, why wouldn't I be?
Because there's two of me now.
Right, there's two of you now. At least you seem to be handling it okay.
I wouldn't say that exactly, but I'm trying. How are you settling in?
Yeah, Varl's been helping me get the lay of the land. When he's not getting all tongue-tied. I don't know who makes him more nervous, that Gaia lady or our new Utaru friend.
Well, what about the Vanguard? Aren't you supposed to be back east, ordering them around?
I sent some of them back to Meridian with a message. I doubt Avad will mind me sticking around to help the savior of Meridian.
So, you've met our new Tanakh friend.
He's, quiet. I thought his people were supposed to be bloodthirsty maniacs.
You shouldn't believe everything.
너무 피곤하면 피곤해서 누우면 잠이 안 와서 뒤척이는 건 뭘까? 잠이 나도 그럴 때가 있었어. 나 야간 일할 때 엄청 피곤한데 잠이 안 와서 막 못 자고 출근하는 경우도 있었어.
I see Varl gave you a focus.
진짜 엄청 피곤한데 이상하게 잠은 안 오더라고. 그래서 뭐 밤새서 출근한 적도 몇 번 있었고. 근데 일 가서 막 꾸벅꾸벅 졸고 그랬었어. 그렇긴 하더라.
And now I do. Sort of. It makes me feel like I could be useful. You know?
It takes some time, but yeah.
I saw a guy added something to the archives about metal rods being used to harness lightning during storms.
크리마 화면 가리지 말라고. 안 돼.
Trap lightning if he covered himself in stormbird plates. Went up the tallest mountain in the clan. It ended like a lot of Oseram things do.
나오라니까? 내가 거기 가지 말라고 했지 너. 아우 진짜 이 진상.
What are you working on with your focus?
I'm still
왜?
figuring out how to read stuff on this thing. Those two love
크림이
birds
심심해요? 그럼 엄마 여기 앉아 있어 무릎에.
But I'll get up to speed. I promise.
엄마가 괴롭혀줄게.
You know what we're up against by now.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. When Varl first told me those bastards come from the stars, I thought he'd eaten too many of those medicinal berries. Yeah, but I've gotten used to seeing impossible things, thanks to you. I just wish they weren't always trying to kill us.
Yeah, you and me both. I have to get going.
Don't go causing too much trouble.
가만 있어, 크림이.
This must be from the cool route. Between the rock breaker and the slither thing, Regala really wrecked the arena. And I have a feeling she won't stop trying until Hikaru's dead.
Anybody seen one of my machines like pieces around?
Why don't you check the cache? Maybe you left it there when you dropped off all that oil.
아까 여기 빨간색 뭐가 있었는데.
Hope it didn't get stained.
Is this a piece from the bulwark? Katala must have brought this with him as a trophy. I may have fired the cannon, but... He really put Dakota in his place.
Aloy, glad you made it back okay. She panicked after waking up and stumbled down here. I thought it best to wait for you.
I'll talk to her. Hello? It's Beta, right? My name's Aloy. What's wrong? Is it your injury? Simulacral withdrawal syndrome. I don't understand. Sudden removal of a neurologically integrated data device. The brain, especially the cerebellum, goes into a kind of sensory freefall. Everything real feels unreal. Distant. Is there anything that can help? Do you have a focus to spare? It's primitive, but I can make it work. Yeah. Moving up.
와, 진짜 똑같다.
Aloy, I suppose you want information about you and the Zeniths? Yeah. Why are they here? What do they want? How did they get you? Let's start at the beginning. I'm guessing they faked the destruction of their ship 1,000 years ago? That seems consistent with their behavior. They wouldn't want to be followed. So far, Zenith established a colony world after all. Yes, for a few hundred years, but it didn't last. Some sort of natural disaster rendered it uninhabitable. Okay, so the descendants of Far Zenith escaped a dying planet, and now they want to claim Earth for themselves? Not their descendants. What? Not their descendants. It's them. The same ones who left Earth 1,000 years ago. You didn't know? How can they still be alive? They don't even look... What did they do to themselves? I believe it's a combination of pharmaceutical, cellular treatments, and technological implants. And you...
와, 죽지도 않아?
I'm
개
not
좋네.
like them. I was made. On the way to Earth. On the ship.
늙지도
I
않아?
spent years
개
studying my
좋네.
training interface. So that I could simplify the function, access and control of the terraforming system. But why? What do the Zeniths want with it? When I discovered the Zero Dawn system had disseminated into its subcomponents, I thought my purpose was to fix it. But I don't think the Zeniths want that at all. I think they want to wipe Earth clean and start over.
헐.
So the Zeniths want to exterminate life on Earth. That's what Guy and I concluded too. But why? Why kill everyone just to take over? When they took me on missions with them, I saw how they butchered the tribal people we encountered. They didn't seem to care about a rejuvenated Earth, so I concluded that they must want a hard reboot of the system. Then they can redesign it to be exactly what they want. Mass extinction for their own comfort? Who thinks like that? Well, without their Gaia kernel, they'll have a hard time doing that. The Zeniths needed Elizabeth's gene print to access Zero Dawn facilities. So they made you. Trained you. And you went along with it? They told me I was born to interface with the Zero Dawn system. When we reached Earth, I pieced together what must have happened to Gaia and her subordinate functions. That's when I started to realize I wasn't meant to fix Gaia. That they must have made me so I could do what their remote extinction signal failed to do. Reboot Earth for their own benefit. So you know about the extinction signal? It was speculation, but the only logical conclusion why Gaia suddenly self-destructed after operating efficiently for centuries. Gaia would have only undertaken such a desperate course of action if it had detected a threat to life on Earth that was more dangerous than ceasing function altogether. I should have realized that she would also order the recreation of Elizabeth Sobek to rebuild her. Yeah, well, surprise. So we're dealing with the same Far Zenith people who once lived on Earth. What else do you know about them? They were some of the most affluent and powerful people on Earth. They controlled almost every major resource, every industry. Gerard commands them. He's the one who decided to set up a base. The others, Eric, Tilda, Verbena, they resent his authority over them, but in the end, they always do what he says. Eric, he's the one I fought back in the Hades Proving Lab.
누워봐야겠어. 그래, 좀 누워있어. 그래.
You mentioned the Zenith
좀 자도록 노력하고.
Where is it? Off the coast, I think.
앞지 마시고. 아버지. 왜 이렇게 오타가 심해.
Transported inside a spectre drone. I couldn't see anything outside.
너 누워있어.
Over here, the Zeniths talking about it once. They were discussing setting up a
자려고 노력하고.
to repel the local fauna. I'm certain they have other security measures.
안녕.
Spectre patrols, machine.
나도 슬슬 꺼야지.
It must be impregnable. What's inside the base? Launch facilities, so they can shuttle back and forth to their ship in orbit, plus infrastructure to gather materials and fabricate anything they need. Are there more Zeniths than the ones you met? I'm not sure. I suppose there must be more of them in the base or back on the ship. For all I know, there could be more of them out in space. Other survivors of the colony. You said the Zenith's colony in the Sirius system was destroyed. What happened? All I was ever told was that a natural disaster forced them to leave Sirius. I've speculated that it was an extrasolar object or a cataclysmic seismic event. Or maybe even an abnormally violent coronal mass ejection from Sirius A. The Zeniths never told you any details. They said the only thing that mattered was that they survived. First Earth, 1,000 years ago. Sirius. Guess they survived old age too. How did you escape the Zeniths? Before the Hades Proving Lab, I never thought I'd get away from them. Even if I were to run. I'd never survive on my own in the wilds. But then I saw you. And I thought that maybe you could help me. So when the Zeniths pinpointed Eluthia's location in the biomedical research facility, I saw an opportunity. You said you saw an opportunity to escape when you went to capture Eluthia. What did you do, exactly? Whenever I was taken out on a mission to recover a subordinate function, only one of the Zeniths would go with me. The one the rebels killed, outside the facility. Venus dead? How did they bypass her shield? I'm looking into it. But you were talking about your escape? Well, when it was time to use the Zenith's transmitter to send Eluthia back to base, I also sent the encrypted transmission. Then I distracted Verbena long enough to seal myself in the ectogenic chamber, altering the facility's log so it appeared that there were only 236 containers. And the Gaia root kernel? I told them I could capture Eluthia faster if I had it with me, and they believed me. Well done.
또 앉아. 어차피 또 일어날 거면서.
You said you were born on the way to Earth. In an artificial womb, I'm guessing? The Zeniths had an ectogenic chamber aboard the ship. An updated version of the one you found me in. They must have used a stored sample of Elizabeth's DNA. I doubt Elizabeth would have let them take her DNA. Do you know how they got it?
That wasn't part of the archive I was allowed to access.
You said you spent years studying in a training interface. Was this archive you mentioned part of that?
But only the parts I was permitted to access. Aristotle and Aspasia, the avatars of the archive, would assign me learning modules and evaluate my progress.
Wait, those names. They were designed to be the virtual guides for the Apollo database. Before Ted Faro purged it.
The Zeniths have a copy.
So it still exists. And you got to learn from it.
Only what was deemed pertinent to the mission. If I requested information outside of my parameters, my tutors would deny it.
To have all that knowledge, just out of reach. Must have been frustrating. Alright, I think that's enough for now. Do you want to come upstairs, or...
So how long? You know, your plan. How long before Gaius fabricated a machine army to defeat the Zeniths?
How did you know?
Optimal strategy, so?
Well, I still have to get 2 more subordinate functions before Gaia's powerful enough to absorb Hephaestus.
What? You don't have Hephaestus already?
Gaia's still figuring out how to capture it. It's not confined to a single location, of course not!
You didn't even know who the Zeniths really are.
You were supposed to be further along by now. Coming here was a mistake. They're gonna find me. They're gonna find this place and take me back. This was all for nothing. They're not going to find us. Gaia's using Minerva to mask our location. What difference does it make? You're too far behind. We're never going to beat them. Everything. Everyone. They're gonna die. Hey. Calm down. You're here now, right? So is there anything you can do to help?
I have certain knowledge sets. And given your state of progress, expertise you probably lack. Geoengineering, of course. Computer science, physics, biology, chemistry.
Okay. Well, see if you can do something with that. Talk to Gaia. I'll check on you later.
How'd it go?
Her injury's not that bad, but I think she regrets coming here. Feeling might be mutual.
I'll come back later and talk to her. See if I can learn anything.
I should get the weapon fragment to Gaia.
I just think she talks.
Welcome back. Aloy, I see we have a new guest. So now we know the origin of the transmission.
Yeah. I also recovered this. The weapon it was part of somehow stripped a Zenith of its shield, but it malfunctioned and blew up. If we can recreate the weapon and improve it, maybe we'll gain the upper hand on the Zeniths.
A moment, I will scan it. Complete. By combining the results with data from your focus, I can infer that the weapon was highly advanced, comparable to Zenith technology, but not how it worked.
Did the explosion corrupt the data?
It was only a catalyst. The moment the weapon malfunctioned, it appears a command executed to purge all data within its core. Ostensibly, this was to prevent the weapon's secrets from falling into enemy hands. Whoever designed this weapon knew how to cover their tracks.
Silence.
Based on your data on him, that is my conclusion as well.
And he's not gonna cooperate with us. Well, it was worth a shot. But that's not all. The Zeniths got Eleuthia, along with Artemis and Apollo.
That is unfortunate. However, our original plan remains unchanged. the 2 remaining subordinate functions should increase my heuristic processing density enough to absorb Hephaestus.
Right. One problem at a time. Well, I guess I better get back out there.
I wish you luck on your search.
Right. Thanks, Gaia. So I guess we won't be making use of Cylon's weapon. And now there is another clone of Elizabeth here with us. I can't let it distract me. I still have 2 more sub-functions to get. Gaia? What is this?
It is a control console for a drone-based imaging system connected to this dome. I will transmit the relevant data to your focus.
Huh. So this Cyclops is a network... of drones to monitor the deteriorating biosphere conditions. I guess it was meant to display on the dome, but the drones aren't connected anymore. If I find the drones out in the wilds, I could get the data from them. Hey, Gaia. Me again.
Welcome back, Aloy. Where shall we resume?
So, I guess Beta's here to stay. I gave her a focus. Told her to talk to you to see if she can help. She's... not what I expected.
What were you expecting?
I don't know. Someone more helpful, I guess. And less pessimistic.
It is true she overestimated our progress. However, it is also worth noting that her confidence in your abilities emboldened her to escape the Zeniths.
I guess so.
Give her time. She may yet come around.
How's Catalo doing?
I have detected that the loss of his arm still deeply pains him. In an effort to remedy this, I have discussed a potential solution with him. I believe he will want to fill you in on the details.
A solution? I'll check in with him when I can, then. How are things around here?
Zoe has been studying the morphology of her land gods in an effort to understand their sickness. Without the abilities of Hephaestus, I am unfortunately unable to correct their programming. However, Zoe and I are hopeful we will find an alternative way to heal them.
Well, keep at it. Varl and Zoe seem to like spending time together.
Indeed. While studying old world data, Zoe discovered references to a dietary lifestyle known as vegetarianism. She appreciated the similarities with Utaru practices and encouraged Varl to try out this lifestyle.
And how did that go?
I believe they have agreed to disagree.
How's Erend handling things?
He is becoming increasingly accustomed to use of the focus, after an initial incident.
What did he do?
He unfortunately crushed his first focus as he attempted to affix it to his temple. Amongst a number of Oseram curses, I believe he also blamed the focus for being dainty. He has given repeated assurances that it will not happen again.
Well, good thing we have a lot of extras, I guess. So the Hades Proving Lab, where I found the Gaia kernel. It used to be a Pharaoh research facility?
Yes. Prior to appropriation by Zero Dawn, the facility was used to engineer and test advanced computer viruses. It appears to have been one of many research initiatives by Pharaoh Automated Solutions.
Guess it wasn't enough to build automated killing machines. He wanted viruses to infect them with, too. So, a while back, before the battle at Meridian, I went into Banuk territory. I discovered another AI there. One not related to Zero Dawn. Cyan. It was created to oversee operations for a volcanic stabilization project. And it spent the last 1,000 years in isolation. I'm guessing you didn't know about it?
No. From the data on your focus, it seems that Cyan was cut off from the outside world. An effort by its creators to protect it from the Pharaoh plague.
Any chance it could help us now?
I have already attempted contact, with no success. Given its previous experience with accepting an outside network request, I imagine it is unwilling to do so again.
Right. Because last time Hephaestus enslaved it. Well, that's too bad. I think the two of you would have had a lot to talk about. The processor Ether was installed on was part of an ancient war museum. A memorial to something called the Hot Zone Crisis. Do you know anything about it?
My knowledge of historical events was unfortunately lost with the Apollo database. However, climate data indicates a peak in regional temperatures in the 2030s. Such conditions would see extreme, prolonged droughts, an increase in dust storms, and a loss of habitable landmass.
But they wouldn't have built a museum in the middle of a wasteland. So I guess things got better eventually.
Yes. Data suggests that temperatures return to average levels in the clawback era of the 2040s.
There was an ancient tank embedded in the bulwark, buried under a bunch of boulders. Any idea how it got there?
During the Pharaoh plague, the US military resumed the use of human combatants, as automated machinery was unreliable. It is possible the vehicle was part of a pre-automated war fleet.
So they fought against the Pharaoh machines in the valley, until the mountain was blasted apart and buried them. When we were at the facility where we found Beta, there were records that said Far Zenith were researching embryogenesis. I know they traded their ectogenic chambers to Zero Dawn, but why were they researching it in the first place?
At this point, we can only speculate. Perhaps at one time they meant the Odyssey to be a colony ship, necessitating such technology. As their goals evolved over time, so did their areas of research.
So they got more selfish as the risks of staying on Earth kept rising. So this facility, the Regional Control Center, it was meant to oversee the terraforming system?
For the local region, yes. Had humans received their education from the Apollo database, they would have then been guided here to assume operation. As that never happened, this place remained vacant.
Until Minerva decided to settle here. So I guess this room was meant to keep an eye on conditions outside?
Yes. From here, the facility's operators would have been able to observe weather and machine activity in real time.
That would have been quite a sight.
It may still be possible to view some of them, should you find and reconnect the cameras to this room's console.
I'll keep a lookout. Gaia? What was Elizabeth like?
Her presence is interwoven with my memories. The moment I came online, she was there. We exchanged greetings, names, then set to our task. It was the first of many conversations. I enjoyed being in her company, listening to her stories. She was my creator, my guide.
Your friend?
Yes. When I reviewed the data on your focus, I was saddened to learn of her fate, though I am glad she made it home. I deeply wish she did not have to be alone.
She was okay with that. She gave all of herself. The only one who Thanks, Gaia. So, Project Zero Dawn. The greatest minds in the world, all working to build the terraforming system while the Pharaoh Plague devoured the planet. What was it like?
Personnel worked in rotations at all hours of the day. Resources and technology were secured from across the world. Within a month of the project's conception, I was launched and began my education. Elizabeth encouraged me to spend time with the rest of the Zero Dawn staff. She said it was important to experience many personalities and perspectives to aid in my emotional development.
What were they like?
Scared, hopeful, determined. They were hurtling toward technological achievements on a scale never before attempted. I owe everything to their dedication.
I should be going.
Goodbye, Aloy.
It's a little loud, Aaron.
I know. It makes you want to punch something. More like someone.
Hey, you and Aaron okay?
Nothing some rest can't take care of. Are you okay? This beta thing, it's a lot. Even for you.
Just trying to take it one step at a time.
Fair enough. If you need anything, just let me know.
How's everyone dealing with Beta?
I tried explaining what a clone is to Aaron. He was totally lost. Then Zoe said something about 2 trees coming from 1 seed. That seemed to help a bit.
I'm guessing you've spoken with Kotallo?
I wanted to pay my respects for those who fell when we were ambushed at the embassy. Told him I'd never seen anyone throw themselves at a machine like he did. He said a warrior shouldn't be praised for fulfilling their duty. For a second I thought I was talking to my mother. Never thought a Tanakh and a Nora war chief could have so much in common.
How's everyone handling their focus?
And we all have our difficult moments. Arendt definitely curses the most. But I'm hoping Oseram's stubbornness prevails.
How's everyone doing?
Just taking it all in. No one snapped their bowstrings yet.
I see everyone settling in.
Zoe's planning on bringing all kinds of plants in here. Says a home should always spring with life anew. I asked Aaron to help find some. I think he'd rather stick his head into a snap mall.
Still, it's not a bad idea. Should liven up the place. So, training with Zoe, huh?
Yes, training. Mostly. Look, she reads glyphs faster than I can already. I'd be a fool to refuse her help.
Of course. You guys reading something over there?
We just finished going through all the logs you collected back in Nora territory, and All Mother Mountain. It's hard to imagine that my ancestors were trapped inside, without the knowledge from Apollo to guide them.
Thanks to Ted Faro.
Yeah. I wonder how it must have felt when they were finally free. The world must have seemed so beautiful.
Not to mention terrifying. They weren't much more than kids.
And they became an entire tribe.
It's good to see you and Zoe enjoying yourselves.
We're learning a lot. I've actually been looking through the data to find ideas for a gift, and to thank her for helping me study the glyphs. Something from the old world that she's never seen before. Instead, I found out they gave each other stuffed animals. If you ask me, stuffing a dead animal with anything, really, doesn't sound like a good time for anybody.
Maybe Gaia can help you find something else. Looks like I was wrong about the Zeniths. Their ship didn't explode on its way to Sirius like everyone thought.
And we saw how they lied about creating a better future at their launch facility. Guess they lied about what happened to their ship, too. But still, tribes settling amongst the stars.
I couldn't put a single dent in their shields, Varl. That one zenith almost killed me.
That didn't stop you from resurrecting Gaia. Won't stop us from using Hephaestus against them.
Let's hope that's enough. I should get back to the wilds.
I'll keep an eye on Beta. Make sure she's comfortable.
Okay.
Aloy.
Hey, thought I'd check in on how you're doing.
You mean after meeting someone who looks exactly like you, but isn't you, down in the basement? Guess this must be even stranger for you than it is for us, huh?
Little.
Varl said she may be able to help us in our mission, though.
Maybe.
There is something I'd like to discuss. It's about the land gods. If you have time, that is.
You said you met Beta?
Varl mentioned she was hurt. I thought I'd offer her an extract to soothe the pain.
That was kind of you.
I just hope she doesn't plan on staying burrowed down there like that. She looks like she's barely seen the light of day as it is.
What else have you been up to?
I've been studying Gaia's seedlings, the subfunctions. I wanted to understand why one of them would do what they did to Fa. Imagine my surprise when I looked into this Hephaestus and found out it helped create all machines, our land gods included. In a way, the Utaru owe Hephaestus our whole way of life, as well as our current troubles.
That's why we have to make Gaia whole again. Learn anything interesting lately?
There's been much to read up on now that Ether has been reunited with Gaia. It's hard to imagine that machines like stormbirds once helped heal the skies. I used to be terrified of them as a child. Thunder still brings chills to my skin. But everything Gaia creates has a purpose, no?
Yeah. And if we can get Hephaestus back, she can get those stormbirds in line. You said you wanted to talk about the land gods?
I think there's a way to heal them so that they'll once again provide Plainsong with grain. Gaia gave me a set of instructions. She called it reboot code. If we deliver it to the land gods, their derangement will end.
That's great.
Maybe. There are thorns on the path. Unless the code is given by Hephaestus, the land gods will reject it. Gaia showed me a way around this. We need components called control cores from machines made by Hephaestus. Machines similar to the land gods.
You mean Grimhorns? Like the one we fought in the repair bay?
Yes. Gaia helped me locate 2 of them out west.
So, kill the machines, get the control cores, then use them to adapt the reboot code into something the land gods will obey?
If all goes well. But taking down 2 Grimhorns won't be easy.
We'll do it together.
Bless you, Aloy. I'll send you the location of the machines.
I need to get going.
May the land bloom in your steps.
아, 이제 저장하고 꺼야 돼요. 아이고, 나가는 길이. 이게 모닥불에서만 저장을 해야 되니까 그게 좀 불편하네.
Good use of this.
I see you, champion. Sit.
아이고.
If you're ever in need of a quick refuge, there's an ancient tunnel north of here that machines tend to avoid.
그냥 딱 메뉴 눌러서 저장하는 게 있었으면 좋겠어요. 이게 뭐 이렇게 뭐라고 해야 되지? 막 바로 꺼야 될 때는 진짜 그런 게 필요한데 그게 없으면 저장하기가 힘드니까. 아이고, 오늘도 재밌었네요. 오늘은 짧게 했지만 오늘 방송을 짧게 했거든요. 에? 왜요? 아, 죄송할 일이 왜 있죠? 그런 거 없어요. 아이고 아이고. 아유 참나. 아니 진배님이 왜 죄송합니까? 아유 오늘도 재밌었어요. 내일은 남편이랑 데이트 좀 하다가 한 오후 늦게나 아니면 저녁에 킬 것 같아요. 저녁에 내일 저녁에 봅시다. 네, 데이트. 뭐 데이트라고 해봤자 그냥 밖에서 외식하고 그런 거? 아유. 네, 그러면 오늘은 여기까지 할게요. 다음에 또 봐요. 안녕. 아이디요? 아이디 광진배님 제가 쪽지로 그럼 보내드릴까요? 아프리카 쪽지 보시죠? 제가 쪽지를 보내놨어요. 그러면 오늘은 방송 여기까지 하고 끌게요.